Was it just as simple as putting an extra man in the box in the second half as far as what you did defensively, or was it what do you attribute to?
No, nothing's ever simple. When you're playing against those guys, they have a huge offensive line. They do a great job, and that running back is as competitive of a running back that we've faced. He's a very hard runner. He's very quick. I thought we tackled a little better in the second half and was able to limit the explosive plays because he was there for a while in the first half. He was taking off some 10, 12-yard chunks, and really controlling the ball, the time of possession, the whole bit. We only had the ball 4 times in the first half, so they did a nice job of controlling the ball in the first half.
Was Zeno Benjamin kind of similar to Alex Madison of Boise State, or would you say they were different runners?
They're different runners. Madison, they're both great runners. I think Benjamin's just a little more shifty. Not to say that Madison's not, but Madison's bigger, more physical, type thing. But I was really surprised by how physical Benjamin was. He doesn't have the physical stature of Madison, but he runs really, really hard and has great balance and breaks tackles. And that's kind of what happened in the first half. He was breaking a lot of tackles, and we weren't getting them on the ground. I thought we tackled a little bit better in the second half.
Jeff, this team's done a good job of avoiding turnovers all year. How were you able to overcome the 2 bad throws from Marcus?
Just play together as a team. That's really unlike us. There are really 3 turnovers because the touchdown that got called a touchback down there, that equals 3. And so to turn the ball over 3 times in the second half and still do enough to win the game, that typically doesn't happen because our team knows typically the team who wins the turnover battle has the best chance to win the game. So for us to turn those balls over, defense be able to hold them, and for us to respond after we got the ball back on a couple drives and put the ball in the end zone, I thought was key. But I think it says a lot about our team. Our team plays together. They believe in one another. They don't panic, and they just keep playing. And there was never any panic on the sideline about that. Everybody picked Marcus up and supported him. Everybody picked DeJounte up. It's just there's a lot of support, a lot of togetherness on this team.
Coach, you've reached the 12-win mark, most in Fresno State history. How does that make you feel?
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. It's for these kids, because the memories they're going to take away from this is going to last them a lifetime. And they're going to have reunions for many years to come. Last night in our team meeting, we talked about the bond they need to keep through the rest of their lives. And they can say that they did something that no one else has done. And it didn't come easy. They overcame a lot through their time here, especially these seniors. And so I'm just really proud of the kids. And forever I tell them sometimes, how is history going to record this team? And we've said that week in and week out. And now I think they could put a real nice stamp on 12 wins is how history's going to record this team.
Coach, back in spring, Ronnie was told he may not play this year because of that injury. Can you describe the feelings from then to now, him being a bowl MVP?
Well, yeah, we didn't know really how he was going to recover, and but we were really patient with it. We did it the right way. We didn't rush him back, and the foot was not even the problem. He's been playing the last couple of weeks with a bad shoulder, and he's a tough kid, and obviously created a spark for us tonight. There were tough yards inside, and he just stayed patient. I thought our offensive line did a great job of continuing to stay on the guys and create some seams for him, because that's not an easy defense to run the ball against. But I thought Kalen DeBoer did a nice job of staying patient with it. But to have Ronnie come back and be a big part of what we do, obviously we think a lot of him. He's a great player, not only a great player, but a great young man.
A couple more questions.
Coach, 2 years ago you could count the players or the fans in the stands, and today the wave spilled out onto the field. Just what does a win like this do for the program going forward?
Well, I hope a lot. You know, I hope that that's been the goal kind of all along is to rebuild and bring the red wave back. The first 2 games I was there when I wasn't the coach yet, but I was there in the stadium, and it was an empty stadium. It was not something that I had been used to seeing, and that wasn't the pride and tradition I remembered. So I hope that, you know, our job is to do our part, and I'm proud of these kids for doing that, and I'm really thankful for the fans who turned out. You know, it's after the game to look up there and see that whole side was filled with red was a great feeling. And I think the people of the Valley and the Red Wave take a lot of pride in the football program, and I'm thankful and happy that we could provide some good times for them and some good memories for them.
Coach, in this day and age, it seems like football, everything's outscored the other team. It's very offensive-minded. You guys were the throwback, kind of like the '85 Bears out there almost. Was that a philosophy thing coming in, or did it just develop over time? Can you just talk about how you guys became such a defensive-oriented team?
Well, you always want to play great defense, no doubt. And our coaches have done a great job of putting them in a good position. It goes all the way back to so many little things. It goes back to fundamentals and techniques. It goes back to strength and conditioning. It goes back to nutrition. There's so many things that go into it. And what the standards and the expectations and the details that we go through every day is what we try to be about. And so it was no different last night of reflecting in our meeting last night and reminding them of what are the fundamentals, what are the standards, how do we do certain things that has really been the formula to play good defense. And but our kids play really, really hard. We have a lot of good players, but the effort that they play with is outstanding.
Coach, most of these guys were on that 1-11 team. How do you want this 12-2 team to be remembered as?
Well, as a group that persevered. You know, I don't know if I've already said this. I might have said it outside, but I think it's a life lesson about perseverance. They went through a hard time 2 years ago, but to continue to believe and work your way through certain things, life is like that. And I talked to him about that in a team meeting last night of, you know, whether we get 12 or whether we don't, because this was about one game. This is about the number one. And what they have persevered through, I think we're the only team, this group can be remembered as the only team in NCAA history that went from a double-digit losing season to back-to-back double-digit winning seasons. So they have accomplished a lot. And they should be very proud of that because, like I said, it doesn't happen by talking about it. There's a lot of hard work and dedication that goes into it. All the early morning runs and all the things that we do for them to do this. And, you know, last year, winning whatever it was, 10 games that we won, totally different coming into the next year because the target's on your chest. And what they've accomplished with the target on their chest says, I think, even more about them. But it's really all about the kids and their investment in the program. And this coaching staff has been phenomenal, and the whole support staff. You know, there's so many moving pieces to a football program, and everyone has been so supportive with it. And but it comes down to the guys between the lines that get it done.